Welcome back to the Beefy Boys Bud Club podcast. I'm Joe, and I'm joined here with Christian. And Vito.
Wait up.
What? Our derps are like going away.
They are, man. Well, we didn't
They're
even do
getting
the
less
intro
and
in the
less.
last episode.
Yeah, we did.
We did an intro,
didn't.
but we just
It was
kinda-
more like a group intro.
we just jumped
Yeah.
right into
It
it.
feels like it's been a long time since it was just the three of us recording together.
It has, dude. It's
Yeah.
been because we had my birthday month, and that was
We had all
was
those
Justin,
guests.
Lewis, and Mark.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We have
So
had
that's-
guests
that's
for weeks.
3 guests doubling
And
down.
Mark isn't really a guest at this point. He's like a...
He's an
co-host
add-on. He's
or
a
whatever.
DLC. Mark's a DLC. It's a
I
good
can't
old
think of a good
downloadable
example,
content.
but like... I don't know. He's here all the time.
He's
Yeah.
done a lot for us too. He's put
He's a
our brand
regular.
on. He's put our brand on Tinder and everything.
He's put our brand on Tinder.
He has. He
I
put
don't
he
even know
put
what that
our
means.
he put our link in his Twitter description or in his
That's
Tinder
hilarious.
description.
That's hilarious.
And then when he talks to a bunch of different girls on Super Swipe Sunday, he would always tell them about the podcast,
That's funny.
That
which is
awesome.
what I think is hilarious.
That's great.
Too bad all of us are in long-term relationships and can't be out there trying to...
You know what I've been thinking? I was thinking
to
about just
hustle a
making
show.
making a Beefy Boys Tinder account where it's literally just our fucking
How much do you think those
logo
ads
and our
are for?
websites. What's
Because
that?
like there's ads on Tinder, right?
Yeah,
So
we'd be
can we
like
make
a
one of those?
walking ad.
You know, so one thing I wanted to do for my wedding is you can rent ad space on the ferries. They have those little videos that just show ads.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be very expensive.
I have a feeling that that's going to be very expensive.
I don't
Really?
think it'll be very lucrative either.
Well, if I just want to, well, I'm not saying for us as
Oh,
that's
right.
where I was going, but I don't think it's going to be very expensive at all. There's who ever watches those video screens on the fucking ferry?
Literally no one. I
Yeah,
didn't know that was one.
exactly. So
Watch, we're
maybe
gonna be on
we
the
could
fucking.
get the Beefy Boys
We're
on
gonna
there.
be on the big screen during a Seahawks game here in like 2
Yeah,
years.
see, there you go. Shout out.
It's a goal.
It's the Beefy Boys beef cam. It's just people farting.
I'm trying to fucking find. I got this idea from frequent listener / cousin / best friend Ramon. He told me to kind of find an intern at both like the VMAC or like a video game company that's here in Seattle to bring him in and talk to him on the show. And so ever since he said that, I've really been looking into like interns at VMAC. So if anybody who's a listener knows anybody that works at VMAC or anybody that works at VMAC that somehow listens to the show, I know Russell Wilson's a frequent listener, top fan. Bobby Wagner, top fan. Richard Sherman's gone in San Fran, but he's a top fan. Anyway,
Wait,
All
what are we
jokes
talking
aside,
about? I
like,
I
if you
zoned
just
out a
want to
little.
get
bringing a fucking intern
Sports?
in that works at the Seahawks facility to find out what it's like.
Oh,
What's
I
it
thought
like
you
to
said
work?
at a video game place.
Or both. He told us
Because
to get both.
I have some connections. I might be able to get you
Bring him in.
a video game guy in
Fucking
here.
bring him
Bring
in.
him in.
Tell us about developing games and shit. Mm-hmm. And like, how often do they actually listen to fan base? Because if the Madden community listened to the Madden fan base, that game would be perfect. There
I
wouldn't
don't
be
know
a
if it would be
single
perfect.
flaw.
They got to turn that thing around in like 6 months every year. It's crazy.
There wouldn't be a single flaw with Madden if they listened to the fans.
I don't think that's true.
Give it 2 years. Don't put out a game for 2 years.
Yeah, see, that's never going to happen.
And you see, but if you worked on a Madden for 2 years and you busted it out and you had it, oh, God, I could give you guys a dream Madden, but I'm not going to do that because it's just not worth it because it's never going to happen. No, but that's like, if anybody knows anybody that's an intern at any sports facility here in Seattle, because there is the minor league hockey, the minor league hockey teams that I would love to get somebody in here from. And, of course, you've got Mariners who don't do shit, but we still love them.
How deep are we going? Like
do you mean?
Rat City Roller Girls or
Fuck it, anything.
fucking
Anything that's
Seattle
sports.
Rain?
Anything that's
or
sports,
the
man.
Seattle Storm.
Seattle Mist,
What is the Mist?
the lingerie football team that's
God.
won a couple championships.
They don't even play in lingerie anymore. It's pretty funny.
Well,
They're
I'm
really
fine with
trying
that.
to
I'm perfectly fine with
separate
that.
from the lingerie football thing.
They fucking hit so hard.
Yeah,
I actually
I
went to
know.
a game a couple of years ago.
Yeah, you talked about that.
It's awesome, dude. They fucking hit tough.
Vito's dying over there.
Vito is done. He's melting.
What?
He's got a pillow. Do you sleep with the pillow between your thighs like that, by the way?
That's just his
Just
comfort.
curious.
Comfort level.
Met people like that.
I mean,
Comfort level Vito.
I would if I had an extra pillow, but
Oh, you don't have any extra pillows? We got so many fucking pillows on our bed. It's absurd.
I got 2 pillows. I got 1 pillow to prop up the good pillow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
So on Twitter, we're not really popping, right? But we're still on there. Trust me. I'm on that Twitter
Tweet it up.
as much as I can be. I'm on all of our platforms. And so I guess what the listeners should hear is Vito and Joe do go on the Facebook, but usually if it's posted and there's a lot of fucking exclamation points and
I think our fans have been able to identify.
who's who.
I don't know if they, because I don't know. Do you ever post?
I think maybe once.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
you have a very unique style.
I just
I've
go,
definitely gotten some grammar nerd comments from my friend Katie and my sister. Be like, "Why did you write it like this?" I'm like, Katie/Renee, I didn't write that post. Come on.
It's me. It's
I would
always
never
me.
put 20 exclamation points in
It's
one
all
sentence.
me. I write those posts. If the post is bad grammar and not proper,
Why don't you guys just do what all the other fucking pages do and just have like a little notation at the bottom saying, "Hey, this is Christian," a little dash Christian or whatever.
I mean, yeah,
Like
I
a
guess we could, but
signature?
it would just
Yeah.
be
Like a-
like, it would just be kind of pointless because we're the beefy boys.
There's only 3 of us.
yeah, there's only 3 of us. Be pointless till we get our whole marketing team in.
Oh, damn.
So we can hire some goof to go on our social medias and post for us.
Once we're self-sustaining, we get our studio space and our whole streaming set up, and we get YouTube popping off with more than just.
I'm so tired of not having studio space that I've been considering saving up like $1,000 and just buying a fucking shed. You know those? You know that you can buy like a pop-up shed
Yeah, but
that you can build. And it's like a wood.
how would you power it though?
What do you mean? Extension cords.
Jesus
Big
Christ.
time.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess.
I mean,
Are you just gonna get like McDonald's cups for the soundproofing? Is that-
no way, man. You can get soundproofing foam for cheap.
yeah. I think that.
You could build a soundproof
Where would you
shed.
put it though?
What's
Because
that?
it rains 9 months a year.
No, it's like a legit. It's a fucking legit like storage shed,
Right, I know, but
storage unit.
I assume, like, generally speaking, if you're in one of those like prefab steel sheds or whatever,
Not a steel one, a wood one. You
Okay.
got to go for the wood.
because the rain on the roof is going to be really
Yeah.
loud.
'Cause we actually have a shed at our dad's house. It's made out of wood, like all plywood,
Mm-hmm.
and it's framed out really nice, and it's got like shingled roofing. Like the roofing came shingled. It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
badass. It's a badass shed and it's big.
That would be awesome. If we had permanent studio space, we could just leave the setup. We wouldn't have to rebuild it every time
Every-
we came over. Too. Yeah.
We can get a coffee machine in there too. Oh my god, it'd be fucking great. Buy your fucking kids and your dogs shirts.
We
and
also
buy-
sell like human adult T-shirts. Too.
We
It's
do.
not just for children and dogs.
Yeah, well, we're trying to appeal to,
Buy a hat.
to everybody. Buy a hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buy
Buy
a-
a trucker beanie.
coffee mug or whatever else I'm selling in the store. A keepsake box. Fucking.
As we said
buttons.
on
We
the
got buttons
as
and
we said on the
stickers.
last episode, our store has been refurbished
Mm-hmm.
by our good friend Robin and by Joe for updating it, and it's awesome. So we are in the process of buying our own merch to wear it on the show, so we can take pictures and you guys can see it, and it's great.
Oh man,
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I just you know I think that getting a shed would be awesome for a little studio space, at least to like start
Mm-hmm.
with,
Yeah.
because you could soundproof the fuck out of a shed. It'd be really easy. And so yeah,
It'd be really cramped. Like, how big are we talking?
big enough to host us.
Yeah. So like this, like it doesn't have to be as big as this room, but like half this room. I mean, we're looking at a big shed. Is what I'm getting at.
Save up your V-Bucks. Save your V-Bucks, folks, because we're buying a fucking shed. And we'll just call
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
We'll just call it the
See,
the beef
Bitcoin's
shed.
over 12K again.
Wow.
Yeah.
The house of beef.
I don't know if any of you are crypto people, but my Bitcoin investments are paying off like wildfire.
I'm not on cryptocurrency.
Love it.
I don't trust that shit.
You don't trust like that?
I don't trust like that. Hey, who's making coffee? Oh, God. I had something I was gonna say, but I completely forgot because of
You wanted to talk about Whiskey Meyer or
Beatles.
whatever.
I could do that. Let's do that. Southern rock is very much alive in the Seattle scene, which is a surprise. Because when you were in the U District, do you think that the Neptune Theater would be a good host for a full-on Southern rock show?
The Neptune? No. I remember when the Neptune was a movie theater.
Yeah, I do too.
It's no. And that seems more like the place you can go see like well, I guess you no, I don't know. That seems like a place where like
Like alternative music.
yes, exactly.
You know, like all that like
But nothing, like,
alternative.
heavy.
And I'd also say like I wouldn't even go as far to say hip hop.
Let's call it like mom rock, like soft alternative music, you know. Not quite like Jack Johnson or John Mayer, but slightly heavier than that. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but I know like Modest Mouse. There you
Right. Okay, yes. Exactly. I fucking hate Modest Mouse.
go. Don't tell Ara that.
Sorry, Ara.
Oh, what's
Hate
that
'em.
one like? Fucking Rage in a Cage, Mouse in a Cage, fucking song or whatever.
What?
Smashing Pumpkins.
What
that-
about
is that
Smashing
who it was?
Pumpkins?
Oh yeah, he's talking
Rat
about
in a Cage.
Is that a
or
Smashing
whatever.
Pumpkins song?
I think it is.
yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't that also like Southern rock?
No,
No, that's grunge.
Oh,
Sort of.
Whatever.
Sort of.
it's like
That's
sissy
like early
grunge.
90s.
Yeah, it's Southern rock. I was kidding.
So like is Pearl Jam sissy grunge then? Like
Pearl Jam's dad rock.
Pearl Jam is totally grunge. What are you talking
It's
about?
dad rock, dude.
If it was invented in
Foo
the early
Fighters
90s.
are dad rock.
Okay, yeah, Foo Fighters are 100%. Well, no, that isn't dad rock like fucking Leonard Skinner and all that shit.
No, dad rock. That's not dad rock. Leonard
Nickelback?
Skinner's Southern rock.
Yeah, I know.
ZZ Top, Leonard Skinner, the Marshall Tucker Band, all that shit's Southern rock.
I
Outlaws.
feel like we're
I love
making
me
up
some ZZ
genres
Top.
here.
I love ZZ Top. They fucking rule. So back to like my point. Southern rock is not something that I would think that Seattle would be big on. You know, especially seeing how, you know,
The Politisphere.
we know my views on Seattle and how the people are here. I did not think that that a show dead in the middle of Seattle in the U District of all places would sell out a Southern rock show, and it was
I
fucking
mean, the
awesome.
Neptune is a pretty nice venue.
Neptune's a fun venue, and they give you that good optional seating if you don't feel like standing, which it paid off big time for us because, you know, I don't mind standing at a concert if I'm in the front row, or I don't mind being in the pit for like a death metal show or all that, you know, the heavy metal shit. I don't mind being in the pit. I love that. It's fun, but you're not standing still.
You're not a glasses wearer though. Glasses
I'm not.
are always a problem in the
That would
pit.
always suck.
Yeah.
But
Get contacts.
No.
I don't like
I'm
standing.
33 years without them. I'm not going to start now.
Well, no, just use them for shows.
Only when I go to shows.
Yeah.
I don't like standing in like for a show, for the whole duration of a show if I'm just standing still. I don't like it. It just
Yeah,
doesn't
same.
it's not
get
comfortable,
you.
it doesn't
I get
feel
you.
right.
Yeah, I gotta move around if you're standing.
So it's like if the crowd isn't moving around like crazy and you're not pitting.
Also, if the crowd's not moving around like crazy, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, a lot of I mean
you're at like a folk show. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
They fucking upright bass and their banjos. Like, what are you
Yeah, I
doing
guess
there?
yeah, so it's, you know, it's always good to like have a good sit down if you're seeing a band that you know you're
True.
not going to be pitting for. So and I mean Southern rock is Southern rock. It's heavy, but you're not going to pit during a Southern rock, you know.
Why not?
It just doesn't happen. It's just, I mean, everybody's in boots. Everybody's in all that shit. Nobody wants to fuck up their cowboy boots. And so it's, you know, it's even though cowboy boots are meant to be
They're designed to be worn in the mud.
to be worn, yeah.
What are you talking
So
about?
I have no problem giving my boots a run for their money, you know, and I definitely have. I've walked home in them. I've puked on them. I've gotten a whole bunch of dirt and mud and shit all over them. So I've tracked my boots, so I don't care about my boots. But everybody else there is very sensitive, and if you step on their boots, you know they're the you stomp my flag, I stomp your ass type crowd.
I'm rolling my eyes so hard.
Which is funny because you're gonna roll your eyes, but I talked about that shirt so much, just because it was at the Midland concert that we went to. Like everybody was wearing it and shit, and like Thin Blue Line gear. And
Jesus Christ.
that I actually got a "You Stomp My Flag, I Stomp Your Ass" T-shirt for my birthday.
That's funny.
It's funny. It's cheesy as
God.
fuck.
No, but
I
see,
love
the
how cheesy it is,
problem
and I fucking
is-
love it. And
Yeah,
it's a good
sure. You
concert
can
shirt.
embrace it in like that ironic, like this is absurd way, but people take that shit literally. That's the
Like
problem.
I am not. One
Toby
to-
Keith wasn't joking around when he's like, "We'll put a boot in your ass." It's the American way. Or
No, he's not. He's not fucking around.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm a patriotic guy, and I do believe in like not desecrating the American flag. But it's like I buy that shirt because it's funny. I think it's funny. It's ironic that if you're
Yeah.
wearing that shirt, you are a douchebag, and I do embrace the douchebag way in an ironic sense. Like Joe hates fucking frat boys, but yet my brother and all of us are over here like a frat house that was kicked off of campus.
You're the fucking plot of Animal House / Old School / every
Yeah,
other
we're
college
literally
movie.
a frat house that isn't on campus.
Oh man.
I mean, you saw the party. The party was literally just a giant frat party.
Yes, I was there.
Beer
It was
pong?
costumed and everything.
Beer pong, rage cage,
I
Hawaiian
did
shirts.
not come in costume.
I don't know why you didn't come in costume, man. I was like, where the fuck's your Hawaiian shirt? You're a big guy.
I don't,
know
I
you
don't
have a
own
Hawaiian
any
shirt.
Hawaiian shirts. No, I don't embrace the big fat party animal Simpsons thing. No,
If you are over
I know. I
200
felt weird too
pounds,
because
you
like
have a Hawaiian shirt.
me and Vito and Ara were the only ones who weren't in the Hawaiian gear of all those people who showed up like on time. We were an hour late and we're still like in the first 10 people here. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's
I
why
thought
you
this
said
thing
it
started
early.
at 11.
You said it early so that people show up late, and it's not a bad thing, which I'm totally cool with.
Yeah.
So the Neptune is home to Whiskey Meyer and Brent Cobb on Friday, which I went to. And I'm going to tell you this, man. Brent Cobb, phenomenal songwriter. He's incredible. He's awesome. He's written songs for Whiskey Meyer. He's written songs with them. And then he has his own thing. He's got his own band. And the thing I love about Southern rock is that it's got the best of so many different worlds, you know. You've got your heavy shit, you've got your folk shit, you've got your country, and you have your blues and you have your folk. It's all in one. It's like mixed in a blender, and it's Southern rock. You know, Leonard Skinner is one of my favorite bands. They've always been one of my favorite bands. And it's like being able to see a band that's like a heavier version of Leonard Skinner, totally down with that. I fucking love it. They're sponsored by Miller Lite, which makes me even happier.
I'm team Neil Young in that feud.
And you know who I've been really listening to a lot is, I said their name earlier, is the Marshall Tucker Band. I've been listening to a lot of them in the last recent week. But Brent Cobb and Whiskey Meyer, one thing I have to say is, if you just like going to concerts because you enjoy music, I really recommend seeing them. Because if you're paying $25, $30 for a concert, that's about a fair amount, you know. I paid that much for Midland, and it was an incredible show. It was extremely personal. They were awesome, and they played for about 2 hours, which is what you want out of going to a concert. But I've also spent $30 to go see bands play for 45 minutes and call it, you know. Or I've seen bands cancel shows because they're tired and they just don't have the juice. I've seen a lot of that. And Whiskey Myers is playing here after playing, I think it's like almost 40 shows in a row, like 40 nights in a row they are playing. And the singer came out, and this is, you know, Brent Cobb, he sounded great. He was incredible, and his band was awesome. Big shout out to his band. But when Whiskey Meyer came out, the lead singer's voice was a little bit, you know, it was gone. It was completely gone. But it took him a couple songs to warm up, which, you know, everybody expects. But those guys played for an honorable 2 hours.
Damn.
And I'm telling you, when I say 2 hours, they played 2 hours. No intermission, no break. They just slammed beers on stage and played their asses off. And on Twitter, Brent Cobb and Whiskey Myers were the only people that liked our tweet So big
There
shout
it
out to
is.
those guys because they are fucking awesome. Check out their music if you enjoy Southern rock or singer-songwriter country music style. Good old rock. It's rock and roll, man. Loves.
You remind
I
me
love
talking
some rock
about
and
talking
roll.
about Leonard Skinner. Is there any band or musical act that you love that your significant other can't stand? Like for me, it's Neil Young. Ara hates Neil Young.
Most things.
Most things.
For,
You're saying
Jane and I
Jane
have-
doesn't like black and or death metal.
yeah, Jane doesn't like metal, and I don't like most of the stuff she listens to.
What
What
does
does she listen to?
I don't know. Fucking. Like
Alternative?
generic shit.
Generic.
Generic?
That's the
Like
fucking
top 40 hits,
Yeah,
like radio hits.
yeah, probably.
okay.
Although
That's weird. I didn't think
recent
that.
in recent years, though, she's been listening to a lot more butt rock and stuff with me, and I've been listening to a few more of
Butt rock.
her stuff.
Stain.
Well, you know, like fucking 3 Days Grace and shit too.
Oh yeah.
Like just on her
Butt
on
rock.
the radio, but and then she's liked a couple of songs that I've showed her personally from metal, but yeah, I think one of the there's two people I can think of off the top of my head that I liked that were from her. One of them was Lana Del Rey, and the other one was
I hate Lana Del Rey.
Why?
Oh, that music drives me nuts.
Of all the pop stars to hate, at least she's like somewhat interesting.
Ugh.
And then
She wants to be
God,
interesting. Sorry, Vito, I cut you off.
Who
Go ahead.
is? I'm trying to remember the name of this other guy. I'm fucking goldfish brain. Man,
You can do it, bud.
Well, we can come back to that. Ara also loves Modest Mouse, and I know I've talked about this before, but I hate them. I don't hate them, but I'm convinced it's all one song.
It is.
So
It's
every time it
fucking
comes,
one
anytime
song.
any Modest Mouse song comes on, I'll just sing the float on lyrics over it because it's the same fucking beat and everything.
As far as music,
Hosier. That's what it was.
Sorry, hoser, like the Canadian word for idiot.
No, Hosier.
Oh, hosier.
It's Hozier.
Okay, that means nothing to me. So.
I think they had a huge song like 5 years
Take
ago.
me to church.
That's it. Thank
Oh,
you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it rang a bell.
One of my favorite songs from
I do like that song.
yeah, one of my favorite
Not
songs.
a bad song.
One of my favorite songs from him is Work Song.
It's
So
Work
you guys
Song.
can check that out.
It's called Work Song.
It's called Work Song.
I thought it was like a song they played at the Met Mart.
That's what I thought too. I was like, I'll keep an ear out for it. But if I hear Beach Baby one more time, I'm gonna cut my fucking hand
fuck
off.
Beach
with a serrated
Baby?
knife. Beach Baby, Beach Baby. Oh, I can't sing too much. Universal Music Group will fucking shit on us for copyright.
Jimmy Iovine's the big listener.
Well, it's not even that. It's a fucking Universal Music Group's automated copyright system that fucks everybody out of their shit. Sorry to be so crass about it, but fuck them.
Yeah, Hosier Work Song. Listen to it. It's good.
So Haley started off hating country music, despising country music, but I listened to it so much that she's starting to enjoy some of the music that I enjoy. Other than that, I don't think that there is anything that she listens to that I hate. Maybe something, but I can't think of it.
Bruno
But it's like I
Mars,
said,
you're a
I
Bruno
love
Mars
all
fan?
genres of music, but I do hate artists, and I do hate like certain bands and shit because I just think
I hate
it's terrible.
certain sounds, right? So I can't really blame a whole genre for
Exactly.
for a
band.
sound that would take up like even 80% of the genre. You know?
Yeah.
I can't say that I hate pop because there's pop songs that I like, but
Exactly. It's
I
like I said, I
fucking
love
hate
all
pop.
genres.
Do you like them, or are they like guilty pleasures?
no, I mean there's
Or do you
actual
like-
pop songs that I like. It's just that
And there
like,
is guilty
90%
pleasures.
of pop I don't like. There's also guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasures are they're all
there's
over
some
the place.
pretty well crafted pop songs out there.
What's your number one guilty pleasure bubblegum pop music song? I know you know it off the top of your head.
I can't fucking remember anything.
Don't hide it.
What's
from me.
yours?
Call Me Maybe. Carly Rae
Oh, I
Jepsen.
fucking love that song.
What was it?
Call Me Maybe.
I do really love that song.
I've done that song karaoke.
I hate
bud.
that song.
I love that
Bubblegum
song.
pop song. Do you know the song "Sorry"? from Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love that
Oh,
song.
my
That
God.
song rules.
Oh my God, ours is a Justin Bieber song.
My buddy Blake sings
I don't
that
know the
shit
name of it.
At Royal Unicorn.
It goes, if you like the way you look so much,
I'm lost.
you should go and love yourself. It's a Justin Bieber song.
I only know
It's basically
Sorry. That's the
telling
only one
Selena
I know.
Gomez to fuck off. That's the plot of the song.
Other guilty pleasures, I have a bunch, but I can't think of them.
I can't think of anything right now. Yeah.
of your guilty pleasure songs off the top of your head?
Yeah, even out of genres that I hate, or not genres that I hate, artists that I hate.
The thing is, I don't really know if they're guilty pleasures because I don't hide them, you know? Like, everybody knows I love ska music. So it's not really a guilty pleasure.
I like ska too.
Just upstroking the guitar a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm. You need your trumpet in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I get down.
Well, don't
with that
you know? The ska and the '90s swing revival are different genres, so don't confuse them.
90s swing
I
revival.
really like. I really started liking recently or sort of discovered for myself a genre that I really liked recently was electro swing.
Oh,
What the
okay.
hell is electro swing?
It mixes swing with basically like dance music, I guess, or like electronic music, and it's really fucking good if you want like something super ultra upbeat that makes you like want to like get up and fucking move.
Listeners, if any of you can teach me to swing dance, I need to learn for my wedding for a stunt that we're gonna pull. So, I would give me a shout, okay?
Why don't you like go online?
I don't want to pay.
Google will help you with that.
Shit's expensive.
YouTube.
YouTube.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Practice. Play with yourself with it. You
I
know.
need to learn the advanced moves though, because I need to throw Ara around for this event.
I don't think that's very hard. She's like,
Yeah, she's like 5
like-
pounds.
yeah,
She's more than 5 pounds.
she's like 80. She's like 87 pounds. I think you'll be fine with that.
Well, I don't want to
I think
injure
your
her.
calf muscles will
No,
take care of
I
it.
am sure I could pick her up and throw her around. I'd want to do it without like breaking
Does she
her
have
spine.
to pick? Does she have to pick you up and throw you around?
That is the fun joke sometimes. Like, I'm going to trust fall on you. She's like, no, you're not. And then she'll get in like the ready stance, like, you're not falling on me.
One day you're gonna eventually just have to do it.
So I'm going to hit the ground so hard.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be worth the joke. Yeah, man. Southern rock is great. It's incredible, and I highly recommend those two bands. I can't recommend them enough. Whiskey Meyer, Brent Cobb, and Midland are in my top 3, and then Coulter Wall is in my top 5. I've got a lot of great bands. If you do like country music or want to start adventuring into country music, holler at me. I will teach you.
Tim McGraw and Garth Brooks and
I don't have anything against Tim
Shania
McGraw or
Twain.
Garth Brooks. I don't listen to either one of those too much, but
What
I
are you
don't have
talking
a
about?
problem
You
with
love Tim McGraw.
Well, I love Tim McGraw, but I mean, I'm more of listening to. I've spread to the deep cuts. I'm more of like the deep cut guy now, where it's like,
I told you when I was on my cruise with the family like 2 or 3 summers ago, every time we were in the elevator, we'd sing that Tim McGraw song. We used to sing at work all the time.
are you
I
talking
went
about-
skydiving. It became a thing.
Careful, Universal Music Group's
That's as
coming.
far. That's as far as
They're
you get.
fucking knocking on our door right now. They hear it, they hear a hum. They're waiting. Fuck Universal Music Group.
We've already said fuck Dave Matthews. Now we're fucking saying fuck
Universal
Universal
Music
Music.
Group,
We made
yes.
fun of Jimmy Iovine, so Interscope's gonna come after us. I mean, what's left?
Fuck Interscope too.
Are they even still around?
I think they are. Yeah, they're still around.
I actually heard a pretty good Jimmy Iovine story. Apparently, he was trying to get 50 Cent to go to the Source Awards, and 50 Cent was always worried someone was going to try and murder him because he was a gangbanger for so long. So like him and G Unit were like, we're not going to go if we can't have Kevlar, but you can't wear Kevlar if you're a felon. So Jimmy Iovine's like on the phone, like, how many of you are felons? And like half the group raises their hands, like, well, I mean, they're not going to come if they're not wearing their Kevlar. And then like the one dude's like checking bathroom stalls the whole time up in Jimmy Iovine's office. Oh man, that's the deepest music industry cut we're ever going to go, by the way, because I know you know who Jimmy Iovine is.
Yeah.
Do you?
Nope.
Okay, he's a white guy who was in charge of most of the hip hop of the '90s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would also say, here we go. We're fucking barking again. But record labels, There's okay. Most of them aren't bad. Interscope is not bad. I didn't mean to say fuck Interscope. That was stupid. That was me just being a dumb fuck. But Universal Music Group is literally they're a cancer because they own 90% of the music world, and I'm telling you, dude, if you have a YouTube channel and you sing or hum or have any musical in your background or anything, you're demonetized right away because they have that automatic censor for copyright.
Their
and
copyright filter,
and
yeah.
YouTube allows all of it, which is why I say the famous fuck YouTube. I hate YouTube, and yeah, that's why I stick to Spotify, baby, and Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Because we can say whatever the fuck we want.
We're on YouTube
and
too,
get away
bud.
from it. I know we are, but
We haven't monetized.
yeah.
This week's podcast brought to you by the Beefy Boys, three cool dudes hanging out talking about music, video games, and sports, and anything else that hits our fancy.
Yeah, check them out at www.beefyboys.com or on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you love their logo, you can buy their merch, www.cafepress.com/beefyboysmerch1.
And oh, baby, you know you're going to find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Find us on Twitter at beefy_boys. And you can find us on Instagram at official Beefy Boys because it is official. Make us blue check marked, keep following us. And you can find us on Facebook at the Beefy Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Beefy. A good podcast requires a good beer. So that's why I always go to my go-to, Keystone Light. If I'm going to the store, I don't want to buy a 12-pack. I want to go for a legit 15-pack. When I go to a party, I don't take Rainier. I take Keystone Light. And you know what? It tastes so good, I'm going to have it right now. Cheers, folks. Yeah, there's a burp coming in. That's good. I'm sure we're getting demonetized every fucking episode on.
Well, we haven't turned monetization on.
Oh.
We don't have enough subscribers or downloads. So
Subscribe.
on YouTube.
Subscribe on
I believe
YouTube.
we have 2. And
Yes.
it's me and my sister.
And
So-
I'm in there too, so 3. You got
Oh.
3 subscribers.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
I mean, yeah, it's totally just, it's totally fucked. You know, they're taking away people's revenue because they don't have enough of it, I guess. So
I mean, the whole system. Yes, you're right.
Stupid.
Everybody on both sides of this debate needs to calm down. Like the pirates need to calm the fuck down. You don't deserve everything for free, and the copyright holders need to calm the fuck down. Like you were never gonna get all those people pirating your shit to pay anyway. So everybody just needs to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo.
And I think that's why I love the streaming things like Spotify so much, because it's like I hated giving iTunes money.
Well, that's always been the debate. Like that was even on the old Chappelle show. Like you can go to the 99-cent music store where everything is easy and painless, but the free music store's over here, and it's just like alarm bells and gunshots and shit. when the internet was a shopping mall.
Yep. And yeah, you know, it's I always have not liked giving Apple money. I hate Apple products. But it's like they do get you on things. They get you because it's like, are you going to buy an iPod or are you going to be a fucking doofus and buy a Zune? Like, I'm not going to be out there buying a Zune. I'm not going to do that. It's like, you know, of course I'm going to buy an iPod.
If you make it convenient and easy enough to use, people are willing to pay for a service. This is why no one pirates Netflix shows.
Yes.
Because Netflix is so easy to use and it's cheap and
Except
convenient.
I'm close to canceling my Netflix account because fuck them too.
Why?
Well, first off, they're raising the price. Second off, they haven't put anything good on Netflix in like maybe a year.
I thought you liked Love, Sex, and Robots or whatever.
I'm not talking about Netflix exclusives.
Oh, well,
But I'm
that's what-
talking about like Netflix in general.
But that's
because
the-
you can have good Netflix exclusives, but I'm only going to watch them once. After that, it's like I'm looking for different movies and different TV shows.
Yeah.
First off, they took off Blue Mountain State. And
Again,
right
this
off
isn't
the bat,
Netflix's fault.
right off the bat, when they took that off, I was like, I think I'm going to cancel my Netflix account.
They're gonna lose The Office next year, and I don't know what's gonna happen after that. 'Cause
That's gonna
the
be
number
nuts.
one stream show by far on the internet.
That is going to be nuts.
I know.
I mean, I'm not like,
But this is because like CBS has their own, NBC
Yeah.
is starting their own, Disney started their own. Pretty soon you're gonna have fucking 20 of these streaming services to subscribe to. It's back to being the whole cable situation again.
and so now,
Like, because everyone's fucking greedy.
Netflix is going to keep raising their prices, and they're going to put on shit movies like they used to. Netflix used to be really bad, and they used to have terrible movies. Then they kind of out of nowhere started bringing in all this good stuff, and then they were bringing in good TV shows, and then all of a sudden it was like, we're going to make our own that are just ripoff of other things, but we're going to do it our way. Which I
feel like I
don't
have
mind.
the perfect equilibrium right now where like I pay for the Hulu with no ads. I pay for Netflix. I steal
I fucking
HBO Go from my
love-
parents like everybody else does.
love Hulu.
And I pay for Amazon Prime for the free shipping. The video stuff is a nice bonus, but I get it. But like
See, I'm not getting. You're not seeing me get mad over Amazon, or I'm not mad over Amazon. I have Amazon Prime and I get movies.
the one I wish I had that I can't bring myself to get is the ESPN one, mainly because I don't think I can watch it on my fucking PlayStation, so it's useless to me. And I really only ever want it for like 2 days a year, which just drives me nuts. It's like why are NBA Finals games on fucking ESPN?
Speaking of ESPN and sports and shit, the NBA Reddit stream
I saw that, dude.
officially ended.
NBA streams. This was the like
NBA streams
way to
is
pirate
done.
NBA games. I know.
Speaking of all those pirates out there,
That's so frustrating.
go sing your
Because
sea
the
shanty to someone
NFL
else.
streams is live and flowing, man. That's how I watch every NFL game.
Red Zone.
No, too expensive.
No, dude, dude.
Well, how am first of all, their web player is shit. It's absolute garbage. Second of all, it's like, or for Sunday Ticket, I mean, Sunday Ticket's like $400 a year.
Sunday
That's
Ticket's
absurd.
But I'm talking about Reddit.
Yeah.
Talking about, I mean, I don't, but somebody that I know
Okay.
uses Reddit Red Zone.
oh.
So they have Red Zone on Reddit, and it fucking works
Well,
flawlessly.
they have the NFL
I wouldn't know
streams.
this because I don't use
The
it
NFL streams Reddit is
Every
really good.
week.
That I use every week.
during the season.
Whatever, come after me, NFL. I don't
Like
care.
this year, it's like I want to, as much as I love just watching the Seahawks game, I do understand that sometimes I get bored of watching just one game. So maybe I'll use Red Zone a lot more because I want to see every team in action, especially since we have the podcast. I'm going to need to like really keep up with every team.
Oh,
So
I think I'm going to watch less NFL this year because my team is terrible. Oh, I had to talk about another thing.
we're going to
by
watch
the way.
more so that Vito doesn't go fucking mute on us every time we start talking about it.
Speaking of sports,
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
I'm swearing off another New York team. I am done with the New York Mets until they get rid of their fucking owners. That is all.
I think
Have you
swore him
seen
off, like-
the drama that's been surrounding the Mets recently?
Oh boy.
So their manager threatened to punch a reporter in the face. Then he called a press conference to apologize without apologizing. Then he had to call a second press conference an hour later to actually apologize. Also, apparently, their general manager is managing from afar, and their manager can't do anything. Also, this week, they had 5 games where they were leading after 8 innings that they lost. What's his name? The guy, it was Edwin Diaz, the all-world closer that the Mariners traded to them, has blown 4 saves this week. He's the worst reliever in baseball right now. The Mets are the
Yikes.
worst team
He was
ever.
the best.
And it sucks because like they have this great young talent. They could be great. Pete Alonso is second in MLB in home runs. He's on pace to hit 55 fucking home runs. The Mets have literally never had a slugger like this. And they're just wasting this talent because of the goddamn owners who are the cheapskates ever. Ever since they lost money, ever since the federal government made them pay back all the money they earned when they were in cahoots with Bernie Madoff, which is a real thing. You can look it up. They haven't been the same. So I'm done. I'm done with the Mets.
Swearing off. You're just swearing off all of New
I'm done
York.
with the Mets. I'm done with the Giants. Fucking.
How's your Colts going? How's that whole shenanigans?
Well, hold on. We got to talk NBA free agency because I don't know if you saw, but Kemba Walker's going to Boston. Kyrie's signing in
And with
Brooklyn. And then now Kawhi is talking about going to the Lakers, which would be absurd.
Woo! If he goes
Also,
to the Lakers,
Kawhi-
I might actually watch basketball.
Kawhi and Kevin Durant are talking about playing for the same team. So if the Knicks end up with nobody again, I might have to swear them off as well, which means I have no sports teams left except the Colts. That is all.
And now you're talking about not watching NFL. How are you going to pick a new fan base but not watch your new team?
I'll probably end up watching it. Come on.
Absolutely.
What else am I going to do on a Sunday
Fucking
afternoon?
football.
Hell, I mean,
Final Fantasy.
I need background noise while I edit the podcast. I'm thinking about reinstalling Final Fantasy, by the way, now that I have my laptop freed up a little bit. But I have so many games to play. I've got too many fucking games to play, man. I still have 3 more Kingdom Heartses to get to, but I'm like losing steam.
Vito, we're
I
going
have
to pop
play
quiz
other
you one
games.
of these weeks.
On what?
What's a first down, Vito?
It's the first of 4 downs.
But how do you get it? That was good. Now how do you get it?
You gotta cross a certain amount of feet on the yard.
Not feet, but how many yards?
Yeah, the same thing. It's a measurement of length.
Thank you. That is what yards are.
Yes. How many yards do you need for a first down?
15?
Close.
That's close enough. I'll take it. He's been listening.
Oh my god, this is my new favorite topic. Okay, it's time for Christian's Final Fantasy quiz of the week.
Fuck.
So Christian, in Final Fantasy terms, describe Ifrit.
Sounds like a bird.
Sounds like a bird.
Sounds like a bird. Like
It
a
is not-
freak.
it is not a
sounds like
bird.
sounds like a Lucasfilm
So Ifrit, Ifrit,
freet.
Ifrit,
Oh, Efreet.
It's a French fry.
An electronic
or
French
Ifrit,
fry.
if you will, an electronic French fry. Ifrit is traditionally the fire summon in Final Fantasy, who's depicted as a big red fire demon, sort of like a
Drake.
Middle Eastern, genie, like a Drake kind of.
So why don't they just call him like
legs.
Fire Summoner or like
Because
Guy
Ifrit,
of Fire?
Ifrit is an
Fire
actual
guy.
like something
it's
that comes from
fantasy, it's not
mythology
real life.
somewhere. Yeah, yeah.
In fantasy, you make shit sound cool.
That's a freak. That has been our Final Fantasy quiz of the week. So far, Christian's over 2. I loved the fact that he thought a chocobo was a sword right after Vito said you could ride it.
I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know shit about those games. I don't know a single thing.
I do know, like, slightly a little bit about how football, like, functions. Because I played in my high school band. Who
I thought he was about to say he played high school football.
I thought so too. I was gonna say, well, Vito definitely has the frame.
no, I played trumpet and we played like at the games, so I watched a little bit of
I
it.
want to give a shout out to my friend Charlie, who was in the Virginia Tech band and was the guy that Calvin Johnson landed on when he caught a touchdown pass in that one game. Look it up. You can see it happen. It's on
badass.
YouTube.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson.
When he played for Georgia Tech, yeah. He landed on a tuba player who was my friend Charlie.
That's awesome, dude. Oh god, I can't wait for Husky football. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. And I'm working hard on getting one of those players in here before the season starts so I can tell them that they're going to win the championship.
Do it.
God, I can't wait. And it's fun getting those guys into the store come football season. They usually come in and buy food.
They clear out the poke bar. That's only the Polynesians.
Trey
but still.
Adams came in. He went up to the pasta when I was cooking it. It was him and Nick Harris. He looks at me. First off, he's huge. He just looks at me. He's just staring at me, and he's like, "Do these pastas suck?" I was like, "Not if I'm cooking them." And so he asked for a large pasta, and boy, did he get one. He got a big pasta.
Overstuffed it.
We had Buda Baker come in. We've had, back when he was here, Vita Vea came in.
Yeah, he used to clean up the
With,
poke bar.
yeah, him and Patoa, or I can't pronounce his name. I never can pronounce his name. I feel bad, but I can't. But yes, the defensive line usually came in and cleaned out the poke station, which was fucking awesome. I was honored.
It's like $40 of fucking fish in that box, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, honored. But yeah, so I mean, it's cool getting the Husky players in, and it's cool that they're like in the general vicinity. But we will get one of them to sit with us on the set.
You're making big promises, man. We can't even get fucking Claude in here.
Well, Claude's a ghost. He's an urban legend. A lot of the people
I
we
saw
talk
him
about
last
are fucking
week.
Cubans.
Saw him last week.
He's an urban
right there.
legend.
He was on that porch right there.
He was in a Hawaiian shirt that was like 3 sizes
He
too big.
beat
For
me and Vito at Spike Ball because Vito is bad at sports, man.
Well, Vito was also a little
Hammered.
He
bit.
wasn't quite hammered at this point, but him and Amanda's whole strategy was just hit it at Vito. Okay, he missed. Okay, well, great. Yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus.
That's a good teammate right there.
I
Sign
tried
him.
to replace him.
Yeah, I'm making big promises here because I think we should get me off my ass to fucking work hard at it. So
Now that you've been sober for a week, right? You got all these big grandiose.
I'm
dreams.
sober, man. I'm sober for a week.
All right,
I'm sober for a week and 1 day.
a week in one day.
Week and 1 day. I need my
I
chip.
guess, yeah.
Where's my fucking chip at, dude?
They give you a chip for 1 day. You had to go to a meeting though.
Oh. Well, maybe I'll go to one meeting.
They don't
and
just
get my
hand them
chip.
out.
Maybe I'll go to one meeting, get my chip, and ask them all to come to a. Hey, let's go grab a beer.
Jesus Christ. Oh man.
Ah,
Oh man.
late stage alcoholism.
I don't
Am I
mean to
right?
poke fun at Alcoholics Anonymous. If it works for you, it works for you.
If it works
just-
for you, it works for you. I'm just fucking around.
I just
here.
don't see the
My
world.
dad's a late stage alcoholic.
I don't see the world in black and white like that. I understand addiction is a real thing and everything, but for most people, it's not that you have to stop entirely. Just chill out. Just drink less.
That's it.
That's all.
Just drink less.
And again, I'm not trying to. I understand. I understand, even though it doesn't make any sense, and it has been, debunked scientifically that it does work for some people. So if it works for you, whatever. Whatever.
My name's Christian, and I'm a podcast anonymous.
A PA podcast.
Podcast anonymous. Speaking of alcohol and alcoholism, I'm gonna bring up my good pals here. You can't have a good podcast without a good beer. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, on a nice, hot, sunny day, which it's fucking nice out, grab yourself a Keystone Light. You can grab yourself an ordinary 12-pack of something else, but why go for a 12-pack when you can grab a 15-pack of Keystone? Throw it over some ice, drink it all day. You're going to love it.
Are you going
Thanks,
to tag them
friends.
on, is it Twitter or Instagram where they're following us?
Both.
Oh. Instagram.
Got him.
They love
Got
this
him.
guy. They love this guy over here. They love me because I'm always on their fucking Twitter talking some shit.
You gotta get start like a brand war. Get like Bush and fucking Natty and PBR in there too, man.
I don't like those.
Yeah, that's why you gotta stir the pot,
Stir the pot.
Yeah.
I just think we need to get a pot to stir. 'Cause right now we don't have one.
Well, it's your social media manager over there, man.
I am, and I'm busy, man. I'm busy, but nobody fucking go on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Beefy Boys official. Official.
Isn't it at beefy _ boys?
It's. I think it is the Beefy _ boys.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have it loaded up. Load them up and ready to go.
We should record a new ad. We should probably do it today.
It's at Beefy
already 1 o'clock, though.
/ boys.
I'm actually good to 1:30.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can get this episode here taken care of, and then we'll bounce on over to a quick ad with us three. I think that'd be fun.
What, you don't like the tinny quality of my built-in?
I do. I
iPhone
love it. I think it's funny.
recording?
It's ironic, which is the best part.
The fact
about
that I
it.
Yeah, it was
forget
great.
what my train of thought in the middle of it, and you can hear me clear my throat.
But it's like, so any frequent listeners out there, if there are local musicians, if you're in the Seattle area, I mean, honestly, I'd love to get musicians from all over the place. So if you guys are in, New Jersey, looking at you, Joe, and your family,
Sure.
looking at you and your family.
I don't
if
know
you are
any
there, we can't get
musicians,
any of
but
their,
sure.
can't get any New Jersey and local artists in here because we just can't do that.
Phone call. Hold it up. Great sound quality.
It's nice and ghetto. Anyway, you guys should holler at us. Let us know who you want to hear on the show, and I will do my absolute best to get them on here. Because we will
Didn't you
obviously
say
clean shit up. What's up?
Ian was giving you guitar lessons or whatever?
He was, but unfortunately, I've had to put it all on hold.
Oh.
Because I've just had like a fucking insanely busy month.
I was gonna say, let's get Duff McKagan up in here.
Like, I even say we should get Ian in here, talk about his band too.
That's
'cause
true.
They're doing big things as
I've
well.
seen him perform.
We have 10 YouTube subscribers.
What?
Ooh.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's 5 times as many as I thought we had.
We have 5 times more than you thought, dude. That's good.
Damn.
We've
Blowing
bumped it
up
up
in
to
the world.
22 followers on Twitter, so we're getting there.
Oh, how many on Insta?
What's that?
How many on Insta? Graham.
I think 120.
Damn.
Instagram's popping. Facebook
Facebook's
is our
like
most
200.
popular.
I want to say to everybody who said they would love to get a sticker of the new logo, those are for sale on our store, I think. If not, they will be by the time this episode goes up in 2 weeks. So,
Yes.
damn it, I just revealed the secret.
And I'm
the
going to buy a sticker.
not-so-secret
I'm going to buy a
secret.
sticker myself.
Yeah.
And I also really need a beer cozy. I need to fuck with a beer cozy.
I'll put
right
those up there too. I'm sure that I can get those.
When I
up
went
there.
on Instagram and I searched Beefy, the first thing that came up was us.
If you go on Google and search Beefy Boys, beefyboys.com is the first result.
Yeah. Mike,
Get that
I think-
SEO going, man.
I think
I'm
Mike,
rebuilding the website.
I think Mike
by the
looked
way.
it up and he misspelled it and gay porn.
Oh no.
Yeah, he clicked on the website and it was a gay
Whoops.
porn website. You don't want that kind of Beefy Boys unless that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for us, don't click on that website because we don't discriminate. But that's not our website. You can't buy our merch off of a gay porn site.
That's too funny.
That is fucking hilarious. He
like
was
how
like, I looked you guys up on Google and I couldn't help but notice that it was the first website that popped up was a gay site.
It's
And I
so
don't know
it's
if it was-
actually pretty funny to me that our website is beefyboys.com because when I was in high school, my dorky friends and I created like a photo sharing site for all of our pictures that was zestymen.com, which had the same problem. Everybody thought it was fucking porn, but it was just like pictures of us at Six Flags.
Yeah, no, it's not our website, folks. If it's not yellow and black,
No, it's not. We changed the colors. Well, okay.
I haven't been on the website actually.
The new
in, like,
logo is there. You're right. The color theme is still yellow on black. I'm rebuilding the whole thing though.
The website's a work in progress.
Of
Joe's
course.
doing the so. Anyway, if you guys can, if you guys think of anybody that you want to see here on the podcast, you want us to interview and you want us to chat to, let us know. And if you guys want any Husky players, I need your guys' help to make that happen because if they see that people want to hear about it, the flock will come. So, with that being said, it's my promise to do my absolute best to get. So, I'm mainly involved in the local scene here. Fucking love the local scene here. And so there's a lot of businesses that we will be getting in contact with here very soon, probably even starting today after the podcast. I will be pushing for some big ones. Some big, some big businesses. Beefy boy shit. All right?
Beefy businesses.
Some beefy businesses. Oh, God, my fucking spinal cord's all.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Let's wrap it up.
Did you order a sandwich?
Like a
'Cause we're about to
tortilla.
wrap it up.
What? Why not order a burrito? That's way better.
Because Vito and I wrap 100
Oh,
fucking
that's
sandwiches
right.
up a day.
The sandwich boys over here. You know
Oh.
that photo, by the way, of you two with Robin at work is one of our best performing, which
That's
is so
great.
weird.
Well, it's because it's
I think it's
nice.
because you
It's a
said
nice
such
gesture.
nice things about Robin,
Yeah.
but it's just like it's not the highest quality of photo is what I'm getting
No,
at.
it's
And you
not.
two
I
look
mean, we
like
don't have a
dweebs in
cameraman.
your
We're-
fucking. You look like dweebs in your
We're taking
work uniforms.
We're taking shit with like my busted ass camera.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it is what it is. It is what we get,
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I got to take a picture of you in your little workspace over there because I got a picture of Vito, but
In my workspace? Oh, my setup.
you're set up. Oh, speaking of sports, and something that I don't ever watch, but I've been watching because there's no other sports on. Gold Cup and Women's World Cup.
You've been watching both?
Been watching both. And it's a lot of fun. Mexico last night played Costa Rica, and that was a great game. They played 120 minutes, and they had to go to penalties.
Oh, that's
And Mexico won 5-4. It's awesome. I love penalty shootouts. They're spooky. And okay,
They're just so random.
if I know that the soccer game can't end in a tie, I'll watch it. But
So only like the knockout stages and stuff.
yes,
Not the group stages.
if games end in a tie, I will absolutely not.
But
watch
NFL
it.
games end in ties all the time.
Well, there's like one a year, and that's like one game out of.
There were
every
two
other
in the
game.
same week last year. Like
That
week
was weird.
one.
That's a fucking. That was a fluke.
It's because they keep changing the overtime rules, man. Just accept it. Just end it in a tie. Anyways, let's wrap this shit up. This has been another episode of the Beefy Boys Bud Club. I'm Joe, and Vito is here, and Christian is here. Oh, finally we get a good odor.
You got a good one. I mean, it wasn't the best. But
Oh, the double derp.
Odor.
We're derping it up. All right, we'll see you knuckleheads next week.
Yeah.